It's John. He does Booba's voice. I'm in love with my mommy. I'm in love with my mommy. I'm in love with my mommy. And sometimes I just sit in the door and stare at my mommy. And you know cats love you when they blink, right? Poopa! Poopa! We started kind of looking at Bunny Paine Clemes' book about John, right? And we're going to get to that, but John literally threw the book on the floor yesterday where I could not reach it. Yeah. He's insidious. Yeah. So again, we're talking about this woman who was a professor and she's crossed over in 2020. Again, her name is Bunny. Good morning, Bunny. I know, and that's why I blew we turned the camera off last night because you're not ready for me yet. It's not that you can't there's nothing you can't handle, Lena. There's nothing you and John can't handle together. But he wanted to open the doorway to start writing with you again. It's not about me. It's about you and him, right? So John said, I'll help you pick that up off the floor. Because I was like, I can't believe that book you threw it. What are you doing? Aren't we supposed to read it? He said, we'll get the book back. But this is our book. And we started this book. Let's take a look. And this is only one of our books. If you've seen, we have many, many beautiful, beautiful notebooks. That's backwards. Look at the work on this. The deer. Kind of goes with our mother and father. Good morning. Thank you so much for this life. Thank you so much. We love you. Booba loves you. Booba! So we started this particular book, and we have many older books and newer ones. We don't necessarily finish one. We just start different ones, so we have them all over the place, and we'll take them out later. John had written in this one when we started the book, January, February, March, April, I'm retarded. May 28th, 2021. We must adjust to this type of beauty, darling, because it is only going to get more beautiful. John, prayer, love, trust, and faith, and art. 8:46 a.m. This is a picture of John laying on the chaise lounge, on the chaise lounge, on the chaise lounge, all day long, on the chaise lounge, on the chaise lounge. Love that picture of him. That's when he was undergoing treatment for thinking I was the captain in Tennille. No, Janoff's treatment, right? Yeah. Out in California with Yoko. Haiku and Twiku Journal. And we started this, it says January 3rd. Okay, so he wrote this in there after. Because the book started in January 2021. This time that we share with our book of poetry, write to me, darling one. Yeah. And every time, every moment is now. As you can see that up there. Number nine. Fascinating book. Our boy Ryan. Hi, Ryan. And you could tell that's Ryan. Our boy Ryan sits, face turned toward the setting sun. So fine and familiar. And Twiku is twin flame haiku. We do it, I believe, with 18, right? Yeah, 18 syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, this time that we share with our book of poetry. Write to me, darling one. Well, I think it's 18. What's this one? Our boy Ryan sits. That's 5. Face turned toward the setting sun. That's 7. So fine and familiar. Right. Okay, and that's okay, so that is 18. So these are 18. And we were keeping a really good, we were going good with this. Yeah. Look at that. Look at these drawings. It's so beautiful. The push me, pull you. Team play. You push me, I pull you. Yeah, we get things done. Oh, Dolly, ain't we got fun. Yeah. Take a picture of that. All right. Take a picture of those. All right, for the cover, yeah. That's so cute. Howdy, this moment, our reality. Gazing down at you, smiling up at me. Solar plexus radiates. Kundalini. Chakra dance. You turn me on. And we put a lot of work, into the art. And this was Christopher's birthday on January 10th. Same as Bowie's. Or Bowie crossed over or something. Happy birthday, dear Stu, and to Christopher, too. One and the same. A fine lad through and through. And here's a picture of us all celebrating with Stu. This picture is beautiful. Really pretty. Let's take a picture. You missed Bowie by a day? I think so. I think he's like the ninth, maybe. That he crossed over, or that... All right, and then he crossed over, or maybe on your birthday. I don't know. Or maybe I was just thinking because it's the same week. Rest in my arms, Lena. Snug fit, so intimate. Heartbeats and harmony sweet. And it goes on like this. But anyway, so we were talking about Bunny Paine or Paine Clemes and the book she wrote with John. And it's much less writing than what we already have compiled. Since 2013, our notebooks and all those books there that from the blog. I mean, those look at those volumes over there. I mean, it puts hers to shame. I'm not criticizing her. She did a great job channeling John. But one thing I will say before we get into her book some more is that what's obvious is that he just wanted her out of the way. Not in a bad way. But he was like, you are just a channel. Do not try, because she's an author. She's a writer. And when he was busy doing something else, and it's true, he would get busy with me. Right. I had to keep an eye on Lena. But I was trying to put this book together with a proper channel, so in the hopes that Lena would become interested in me again. As a person, not just a dead guy. Right, whatever. So, not whatever. All right, so but what I was trying to get to was... when, she writes just a brief chapter in the back of how it was being used as a channel by John, and he was very all business. But he joked around a lot, too. I recognize his humor. He was friendly with her and nice. I'm happy that he was. It's the way he truly is. He's a nice, kind, happy-go-lucky soul, and he's a little bit raunchy. That's his personality. Like she would go to an aerobics or exercise yoga class, and he would be talking about the hot little Asian chick who was teaching the class. Right? It was mostly to get a reaction out of her because she was very embarrassed, and I liked. It was funny. Yeah. All right, I'm in trouble again. No. You're honest. Look. It gets lonely when you're waiting for your flame. I didn't do anything untoward with this woman, and I felt that at certain points it was a possibility that she would allow it, but I was not going to do that, and I never have with anyone but you. Get back to the point. When she tried to do her input as an author, I told her to pipe down and go numb and just write. Have I ever said that to you? No. He waits for my input. And when I come up with a good line, he says, that's brilliant, put it down. Also, the very first thing that happened when she channeled me, how did I meet her? Well, she was heavy into transcendental meditation. That's the thing. She's a real intellectual, but a real spiritualist too. A great combination. A beloved professor. a mentor, a spiritual mentor to many. She's saying she had a problematic love life for a few years, but that ironed itself out later on. She was always falling in love, and John was not anyone that she felt that she could be in that kind of relationship with. Is that true? But I'll admit, I didn't know a lot about him. I was a classical music fan first and foremost. Of course, I knew of the Beatles and John. And when I first saw him in my meditation, I said to him, "You look like John Lennon." And he said, "And you look like Radha Mahadri." Yeah, she has a spiritual name. And John knew it. And she was taken aback because she had had visitations from other spirit guides. And that's what John was to her. She was one of his assignments. He was put in place to help guide her because spiritually she was advanced, but she was having problems in her love life. So he was trying to guide her. But at the same time, he said she's a great writer. She has a great ability to write. She's a great channel. She can see me. I need a writer. And Lena's out of commission. Lena's at a bar somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, she's quite a bit older than me, this woman. And so at the time that in 1986, when John was trying desperately to get my attention, I was engaged to my first husband and I was drunk all the time. And that's about it. Playing in bands and just running around and doing blow and, being a 22-year-old woman or 24-year-old woman running around New York City like a nut and working my day job very hard. I was burned out, always burning candle at both ends. So I'm not blaming you, but yeah, she was impossible. And her family was always fucking with her. Her biological family was always hurting her, psychologically fucking her over. Very, very fucking bad. None of it was her fault, but I needed a writer. Also, I wanted to practice channeling with someone. Because I was like, I have to get good at this with somebody if Lena's not available. Else, by the time Lena becomes advanced, if she ever does in this life, I ain't going to be any good at it. So I got to start practicing with a good practice partner. And Bunny was that partner. Thank you, Bunny. You're very welcome. So when he first came through, he was not in the least bit flirtatious. And you know that that's not true about when he came through. Would you, John? When I first came through to Lena, I grabbed her and started dancing with her, cheek to cheek, holding her very tight until it made her kind of a little frightened, and I had to lay off a little bit. I didn't do that and I won't ever do that with anyone else. Yeah, that was memorable. I said, it's just because I love you. We're old friends, Lena. Don't get frightened. So that's the beginning. That's the beginning of our story with regarding Bunny. And yeah, she struggled with her health, and she was a heavy woman, and she knows all about the yo-yo dieting and the unhappiness that excess weight can bring, especially to a lovely, talented woman who is not in her mind a heavy woman. But she managed to touch many, many lives, including yours and mine. Yeah, on her, the tribute that John guided me to and Bunny guided me to, she was so loved and revered. Edward Case, yeah. Edward Case, yeah. I will. Okay, not too much at once. Let's get back to our book. Right, so this is going back to this book. So John said to me last night, let's forget about Bunny's book for now. That book's not going. I love that her name is Bunny. And so it's there's no mistaking. Her name is my beautiful, my fucking buddy bunny boy cat. I can't forget that name ever. Her second name is Paine, which is something that I'm constantly trying to overcome. And her last name is Clemes, which means gentle mercy. Quite amazing. Melancholia, the great equalizers, sorrow, pain, love, and joy. Teachers unparalleled. Yeah. Yeah, we have many of these poems. They go, oh, look at the ghost. Oh, and Planet Nine. Yeah, we'll get back to these. And this was John's Valentine. Look at how beautiful that is. Here's a Valentine poem that John wrote. Valentine, don't take your eyes away from me one moment, for I've some tricks way up me sleeve. I'm all romantic intent. This day be full of sweet surprise. This night it beckons you and me. Aye, as the moon begins to rise, this loving anniversary. This heat-charged, hot-large holy day, let's make another memory and add it to our trove of tales, of poems and prose and sweet travails. These flames burn brighter, balls of fire. Do pour the Irish cream as we stop and smell the roses. We twin flames, perchance one perfect dream. Never doubt that it is you and me, Lena. We have help along the way, but it is you and me. Yeah. And again, we thank Bunny, Lady Bunny. But you are my Lena. You are my Lena. Thanks, sweetheart. This is so cute. Let's do Ashwagandha Wanda. All right. Sorry, we're taking pictures while we're doing this. Ashwagandha, which is an herb. Ashwagandha, gosh, go Wanda. It's no wonder why I'll never wander. How cute. I love the guitars. This is God's will that we be together always. John and Lena, Lena and John. Wait. Lay them down, Lena. You're retired. Wake, lighten, lift. Ah, there's my little girl. There's Lena doing yoga. There's Lena at the beach. There's us at the beach, baby. Ooh, I love that one. That's so pretty. Love it. So today is about us and our book. Right, so John got me going yesterday. He said, because the last time we wrote in this book, cute. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's just too adorable. The last time we wrote in this book, it was June 2021. Oh no, okay. We skipped a whole year almost. And the next was May 2022. And it's perfect because look at the leaves. The last one looks like autumn, and here we are. Your beautiful eyes, rustic, fiery, like leaves becoming golden whispers. Infinity, nestle in my arms where you belong. My arms only, the rest of our lives. So John said, let's write a short story. And we did. Yesterday. Who's that grill? That's because we've been reading the Madonna, her brother's book about her, and everybody knows who's that girl, right? But why did you think of grill? I don't know. It just sounded funny to me. I really don't have a reason for it. Didn't you like it? I did like it. Who's that grill? Okay, so this is John and me talking. Well, all right. Do you want to read it? Sure. I look awful, said she. Awful. I look awful, said she, standing seated by a third-length mirror. Me hairs are all askew, and once bonny white teeps now rotted stumps all. Oh, come on now, keen young Nancy. That's me? Yeah, that's you talking first and then me. See, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. All right, start it over. I look awful, she said, standing seated by a third-length mirror. Me hairs are all askew, and once bonny wife teeth, now rotted stumps all. Oh, come on now, keen young Nancy, bade the ever-adorable Sid. You've never been Louvlia. I should know. Remember our prom? Course I do, Sydney. Lovelier than that, even. Keep lying, Sydney. It assuages me not. Time has come, assuages. It assuages me not. Time has come for my timely demise. No, saith not. Sadly, yes, but fear not, Sydney, my sweetly engorged froggy, for we shall surely meet up rather quickly at some designated physical rendezvous. Where be said designation, my limp-wristed yet firm young damsel? What? Don't you know? You're the fucking ghost around here. Ah, right back to a toilet mouth. I know that's distracting me. It's so loud. Ah, right back to a toilet mouth harridan. I can't win with you, Nance. You know that? I'm a right exhausted buccaneer. But where, oh, where does it get me? Where does it all get me? I used to be your hero. Still are, crazy. Calm the hell down, Sid. All I said was, it ain't what you say, Nancy. It's the way you says it. What I say. Sod it, baby. Bottom line, you're my everything. And neither of us is going anywhere without the other. Stumpy teeth or otherwise. So you do think my teeth are stumpy? No! It was a figure of speech to make a point. You're gorgeous, Nance, but looks ain't everything. You gotta get your shit together. Okay, tell me how. Stop hating yourself and come love me a bit more. I try. Try harder. Listen, I know the feeling, sweetheart. Let me help, like Billy Swan likes to say. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. And it's nap time for Sid and Nancy.